Hello everyone, welcome to the class. In today's lab session, we are going to take a look at statistical modeling for business analytics. There are two main types of statistical modeling we are going to look at for this class. The first one is descriptive statistics and the second one is inferential statistics. So descriptive statistics is a collection of mathematical techniques to characterize and interpret data. So basically you're trying to describe the data. So what is the mean, what is the variance, what is the maximum, what is the minimum, and etc. For inferential statistics, what we are trying to do is that we are trying to draw inferences about the population based on the sample data. So in today's lab session, we're going to look at descriptive statistics and how to write an R code to calculate different measures. In next class, we are going to talk about inferential statistics. So now let's start. So the first type of descriptive statistics we are going to look at is centrality tendency. So you're trying to figure out where is the center of your data. So there are three main types of measures we could use to measure the centrality of a variable. Since you have already taken the statistics class, I know you're already very familiar with the different terms. So let's just do a very quick recap on these three different measures. The first one is mean. So mean is basically the average. You're trying to sum you're using the sum of all the observations divided by the number of observations in the data set to find the mean of your variable. And then the second type is median. Median is the number in the middle of a given set of sorted data. And then the last one is the mode. Mode is the most frequent observation that you can find in your variable. So now let's take a look at how can we calculate these three measures in R. So before we start to do these different descriptive statistic measures, we are going to load our data set first. So everyone, please download our Lab 2 statistical modeling from Canvas, and also please make sure you have the two survey data set that we have talked in the class on your computer as well. So let's load the data. So first we can change the working directory to your local directory, and then we can load the two data set. So data 1 is the survey data set 1 and data 2 is the survey data set 2. So now we can merge these two data sets into one based on the PID, and then let's remove all the NAs and create a new data set called complete data. And now we're going to look at how to do the centrality tendency measures. So one thing that we could do to simplify your work is to attach the data set we're going to use. So later on, you don't have to refer to this table when you're trying to call a column from that table. And this function is called attach. So let's run this attach complete data. So once you attach the complete data, R will know that right now, if you're referring to a variable, it's coming from this complete data table. So in this example, we are going to find the centrality of the column H, which is the height. So the first thing we can try is to calculate the mean or the average of the height. So we can simply type in mean, and then the argument will be H, which represents the column of the height. So if you run this line, you will see that the mean, the height, the average of the height is 162 centimeters. So now how about the median? So the median, it's also a very simple code. You directly type median and then put H as the argument. And we will see that the median of the height is 161 centimeters. So for the mode, there is no default direct calculation for the mode. So we can create several lines of code to calculate the mode based on the definition. So what we will do is that we will first create a frequency table based on all the observations in your height column. So what we will do is that we will create this frequency table. So now you see that we have created a frequency table with all the observations and their associated frequency in that column. So then what we'll do is that we can sort this table based on the frequency, and we can save it as a new table. So basically what I'm doing here is that I'm sorting the frequency table, table H, based on a decreasing order. So when it says decreasing is true, we are sorting it based on decreasing order so that the highest, the most frequent height will be the first one. So let's sort the frequency and run this line. So now you will see that this new table is sorted based on the frequency of the height. So in order to find the mode, we will need to identify the observation that has the highest frequency. So what we will do is that we will find the names, so basically the observation's name from this sorted table, and we are going to capture the observation, which is the first one in this whole sorted table. So this is what we are going to do, and we are going to name that as the mode of our height. And we'll see that the mode of our height is 161 centimeters. So we can also simplify this several lines of code into one line. So what we can do is that we can put them into one line of code. So we will first create this table H, so this frequency table H, and then we can sort this table H based on the decreasing order of the frequency, and then we will find the first value, first item from this variable, from this list, from this table. So let's run this line. It will give you the same result. 161 is actually the mode of your data set. So if you're interested, you can also Google and see if you can find any packages for calculating the mode. If you find it, you can also share with your classmates and myself. And now I would like you to try to see if you could find the mean of the weight. So this is, I'll give you 10 seconds to think about how you're going to do it. Okay, let's see how we can do this. So this is pretty straightforward, right? So we just type in mean and then weight, and there you go. Yes, I also have the solution down here. So the mean of the weight is going to be 66.5 kilograms.